Well, hello everyone. I'm so pleased to hear and see you all, and here is my beautiful face again in front of you. You might see me before as my follower, as my, I don't know, viewer maybe, and maybe some stranger. So we have just get acquainted, right? And this video gonna be like extremely impromptu and rugged and stupid and rambling related, I should say. So I'm warning you, if you're not about this, you may switch it off, and I would say rather shut this off in order not to weary you with my whatever it would be. I don't know how it goes. We'll see in the nearest, like, let's say, I don't know, maybe half an hour. And what makes this particular session of self-recording of mine particular special for the moment, I should say, is that I'm gonna make this in very unprepared and rugged way in all the ways, you know what I'm saying? And as I always do actually, but I usually have kind of, I don't know, maybe some small hints in my head what to speak about, or maybe some, I don't know, tiniest threads, and some, I don't know, maybe whatever it would be. But usually I don't have a particular scenario, but I kind of always have thing to speak about. It's regardless. In order to speak, you must have something in your mind to speak about. Isn't that make sense for you? It's like common thing to do, you know what I'm saying? And in this particular session, I don't have any of those. I don't know. I am exactly pretty emptied in all the ways, and wearied, and I don't know, bored, and overwhelmed, and I mean with my physical activity and all events that happened to me for the recent days. I got sick again, as I told you in the previous video, and I got my temperature back. I got my inflammatory lung process. I got my, I don't know, sick leave. I don't have any sick leave, and I don't need it actually. I'm just kind of unemployment person now. I should say that I kind of like a self-employed person, but I don't have a particular place to come to every morning and follow my current issues every day. It's just not, I don't have my working place currently as office, or I don't know, whatever it would be. I have my working place in my mind, in my head, you know what I'm saying? And I prefer this thing before I prefer this thing to all other possible things, to all any other places of wherever my office would be situated at. And I have my entire thing to accomplish in my mind. Okay, guys, what I usually do when you don't know any friggin' idea what to speak about, let's commence with the describing of my today's day, how it was. I don't know, maybe it would you might be slightly interested what I'm following where with this period of my life, what interesting events it might cover in certain ways. I don't know, maybe you might be slightly related to my activities, or not being completely, like, to be out of the picture completely, excuse me. I'm kind of tending to do wrong sounds here, and still I'm kind of trying to sound more naturally, excuse me, and to make a right sounds and sound out all things related to English naturally, and with having so-called fluent English accent, or without having any accent, or with having standard English accent, or with having standard American accent, you know what I'm saying? And let's put it this way. And since we got all these stupid things for the beginning out of the way, I should proceed particularly with my ramblings. So I'm warning you again. You may shut this off, and you may shut this off if you are not interested in my I don't know, whatever you would call it. It's my thing that I'm following. Excuse me again for stumbling, and I don't know. maybe I'm kind of crazy person. I insanely love my English, and with every moment of my life, I'm becoming closer to my initial goal of being fluent completely. And this feeling of, I don't know, of contentment, of being able to speak, of craving to speak every single day engulfs me completely, and I can do nothing about that. I don't know. Maybe the nearer I approached my goal, the more clear and distinct and attractive it becomes in all the ways, you know what I'm saying again. And I don't know, maybe it's common practice when you're about to near your beloved goal or thing you are pursuing in your life, or you would want that thing to become your objective of your current lifetime position, or about to be your generally related purpose of your life, or to just maybe that thing that I'm telling about, I mean my English, that thing is about to expand your abilities about whatever. Let's say like with having my English, I can do whatever I want in my life, and to get decent job probably, and to get some some maybe new activities, and to get some position in this life which is about to rise me up, or I mean rise me in my position in my particular, I don't know, maybe life diagram or life place, I don't know, whatever we would call it. Maybe we would probably say and call this thing like life position. Oh, I've figured out life position, current life position, you know what I'm saying. And guys, I don't know exactly this video that specific. I guess we have here kind of 63rd episode in a row, but it's very special, I'm telling you. Where this day I feel kind of particular, something I don't know, unbelievable and exciting inside me bursts, and I'm craving to speak, and even without having any purpose to speak about, just for speaking, for warming up your tongue, for just practicing things as I learned them. And then again, getting back to the track of my learning process, I was not told, but I was familiarized with the very, very like proficient opinion, I should say, that one should always be spreading your learning approach that goes kind of, you should take only up to 20% of your spare time with the activity which is about to learn something, not to cram something, but pack it neatly, excuse me, to your head, without cramming it, without just boning up things, without pushing them, excuse me, strictly to your mind. It doesn't work this way. Now I'm pretty sure I became clear about that. That doesn't work that way when you cram things, when you're trying to memorize a bunch of words, when you're about to, because your mind doesn't care about those words without practicing them previously or simultaneously. And the only thing you should do on a regular basis is like practice things as you learn them, which may take up to, I don't know, it should take, I should say, like up to 80% of what you do in your entire practice theme, you know what I'm saying again. And that's my thing. I've possessed that stuff very deeply, and I'm on it right now. I'm about to improve my pronunciation skill, my, I don't know, maybe my accent, I don't know. So I'm so glad and I'm so, like, I don't know, even I'm relishing my understanding that I became clear about how I should learn, how I should speak, how I should become better. And I always became clear how I should be nearing my goal of being fluent. and to take the right steps in order to achieve that, you know what I'm saying? And whatever it would be in your lives, you should always choose your right approach in order to be wasting your time. And I don't know, some might say that you always learn from someone else's experience, but in my eyes it doesn't work that way. You should always take your own steps for the first thing, and then you see what happens, and then you're about to make certain, maybe you should deduce about something, or to be slightly, I don't know, hesitating, just with those steps of stumbling forward, as I said once in some of my videos. And you should always be stumbling forward. Only with these steps, this works. I'm telling you, I'm in it right now. I'm just feel that thing that I'm on the right track right now. And what else? Actually, you should always take to the consideration that nice strategy which is called like aim. No. Shoot, fire. No. What's it called? I lost my train of thought. Let's me. Give me a second here. Shoot, fire, aim. This strategy is called shoot, fire, aim strategy. So that means that you should probably choose your thing to follow, choose your objective, what you would like to be with, and what you would like to drill or practice in your life, or to make some right approach about something, how to achieve a particular goal in your life, or whatever it would be. And first thing you do, you choose the objective. Second thing you do, you shoot. To shoot means to try something, because without trying you would never know whether it's the right thing to do, or either it's not the right thing to do. So the second thing you shoot, and then the second thing you aim, and the third thing you shoot, and when you see what happens, and when you decide what to do in every uncommon step of your activity, I should say, on every subsequent subsequent step, you already know what to do because you shot previously and you saw the result and you deduced what to do and you decided what to proceed with about this particular thing, and you already know probably not the best step but the better one out of all any other steps that might be like applicable to certain strategy, or they were not applicable to certain strategy, you know what I'm saying? And that's thing you do, that's thing you should do, and that's always, and that's also the thing you, excuse me again, that's also the thing I do now. Now I'm clear, I guess. I don't know, guys, if you might be wearied with my ramblings again, switch it off. I'm not insisting on keeping following my activities here, because I wanna just make it a little bit longer and without having any scenario in my head, just as it goes, you know, because it's very crucial for me to be able to speak without having any scenario in your head, any storyline, any, just, I don't know, any script, any text, any pre-mapped thing in your head. And that excites me, that makes me feel kind of high, even, I should say, and that rushes me all throughout all my veins and throughout all my skin. I feel that thing burning in me, you know what I'm saying? And what was my today's day about? I went to the hospital at the very morning, and I spent there 6 hours laying there with doing nothing in my bed and just having rest and kind of recharging my batteries inside me, you know what I'm saying? Like you may have a phone, cell phone, and and this cell phone is about to lose its energy, and so what you do then, you recharge it. Am I right? And so I've been recharging myself for almost 6 hours with laying there in my bed and doing nothing. And I wasn't actually doing nothing completely. I was chatting with the pal. I had some pal there in my hospital ward, I should say, and we were just discussing science related stuff. And he is actually, his name is Vladimir, and he's following his own activity of being astrologist, and I follow my own thing. I'm really deeply interested in science, in cosmology, in quantum theory, in relativity theory, in all things that related to cosmos, to space, to universe, to the way the universe works. I'm so deeply interested in that. And I should say I'm pretty deep in those materials, in those areas, I should say. Whatever time you would just ask me about something about that, I would always have my time, and I would always have my own opinion to share with you, with some materials probably that I get acquainted with for the recent, or not only for the recent times, just with all my lifetime, I should say, all my being here as a human. And as a human being, I'm always interested in such subtle thin world, as I told you in the previous video. And I'm so grateful about that I just exist, you know what I'm saying. And for wherever it would be, let's call it God, I feel His blessing or her blessing inside me, and it burns inside me. I'm not just a very religious man, as you might know about that. I just have my temple inside me, and I pray my God every day. I'm begging Him for some good things happen to me in my life, you know what I'm saying. And that's very natural for human to be I don't know, to be believing man, you know what I'm saying. And that's good. And guys, what else? Actually, I dropped into my mom's apartment and had a nice and deep and just pretty short, but too deep and too touching conversation with her about me, about her, about father, about just her great evening that we have now. And we have now around 9 p.m. here, and I don't know, this day I discussed the thing about age, and for me you're just a number. Just imagine, just I have particular age as you all have, and for me you're just a number, because if we measured, I mean humans, our longevity or our age here on Earth with the more tiniest units of time, let's say like not years but half a year's periods of times, or just a third time, 1/3 time of the year, let's put it this way. So some might say that some men, let's say of the age of about, I don't know, maybe 200 years, how does that sound to you? So what different things it makes if you have the age of around 200 years, just imagine, and you feel inside kind of like you are, let's say like 35 or 20 or so. It shouldn't be related to a particular number. It should be related to your personal feeling. How do you feel inside you? You know what I'm saying? Oh guys, I wouldn't weary too much, because I can speak for whatever long it would be. I can speak, I guess, for 4 hours without stopping. or or I'm about to exaggerate too much my abilities. I don't know. Anyways, let's get to the ending of this particular session of self-recording. Not to be completely stupid, as I am always, as you might notice that, and just to make this episode specific, not to be rambling too much in the very end. You know what I'm saying? So be good, be a good girl, be good boy, whatever you are. Just follow your own tracks in your lives. Be persistent, be effervescent, be cheerful and joyful and uplifted in all the ways, you know what I'm saying? And just have a nice and deep sleep this night, not only this night but forever. And keep track of my activities if you want, and be in touch with anyone in this world. I'm pretty sure that almost the most significant things in our human beings. So that's it for tonight. See you all. I'm so pleased to be seeing you here, and I'll be in touch as soon as I can. See you all. Bye.